In a quiet town far from the city, a guy named Ethan moves into a sprawling old Victorian-style house. The place was suspiciously cheap, but the landlord had only one rule. There's a heavy steel door in the basement. Do not, under any circumstances, open it. It's just full of old junk. Leave it alone. Ethan followed the rule for 2 months, but on the third night, he heard it. A frantic scratching sound coming from behind the door. It sounded like someone was desperately clawing at the metal. Ethan tried to ignore it, but the next night, the sounds got worse. He could hear a faint, eerie whispering coming from the basement. "Ethan, look at us. We're right here." Ethan couldn't take it anymore. He grabbed a pair of bolt cutters, snapped the heavy chain, and pulled the door open. The basement was pitch black. He clicked on his flashlight, and the beam hit the walls. He froze, his blood running cold. There was no junk. The walls were covered in hundreds of photographs. They weren't of random people. They were all pictures of Ethan, not old photos, but pictures from today. Ethan sleeping, Ethan making coffee, Ethan in the shower. Every single photo was from this very day. Suddenly, he heard the sound of someone breathing right behind him. He spun around, but the room was empty. When he turned back toward the photos, he saw a new one had just appeared. It showed Ethan standing in the basement, and right behind him stood a dark, shadowy figure with its hands wrapped around Ethan's throat. Ethan scrambled to run, but the heavy steel door slammed shut on its own. He hammered on the metal, screaming for help, but he realized the house was completely soundproof. Then he heard a voice from the other side of the door. It was his own voice, perfectly mimicked. "Ethan, today was a great day, wasn't it? What's the plan for tomorrow?" The imposter had walked out of the basement to take over his life, and Ethan was trapped in the dark forever.